Hey everyone, I'm ScytherGreen from Server 73, and today we're going through the patch notes for update 2.8.9. This update is packed with information, so to make it easier to follow, I've split it into two parts. This video will cover everything you need to know about the new legendary season of Legion of Frostborne. We'll look at the professional contract system, the redesigned battlefield with energy cores and altar stones, the new unit boost items, and how the Lord contract system ties everything together. Most of these mechanics are brand new, so I'll break down what's confirmed in the notes and what we'll need to test once the season begins. All the other additions, including Medusa, Divine Blessing, and the system improvements, will be covered in part 2. Let's start with what looks like the biggest new feature, the professional contract system. This is completely new, and while the patch notes explain the basics, we'll have to wait and see how it actually plays out once the legendary season begins. From what we know so far, this system will let every player in an alliance pick a profession for the first time. Each one seems to come with its own purpose and benefits. Master craftsmen appear to handle material production, alchemists are in charge of building altar stones, and fighting masters look like the combat specialists who boost the alliance's power. It sounds like these roles will work together to make alliances more organized and strategic. The system will only activate once your server reaches the legendary season, so if you're not there yet, you won't see it. My guess is that this update is pushing alliances to plan ahead and coordinate more carefully. It's not just about fighting anymore, it's about making sure every member plays a defined role in how the alliance develops and defends itself. Next up, we have a completely new set of features that will change how battles play out in Legion of Frostborne. This part of the patch focuses on how cities are captured and defended, and it introduces a few mechanics we've never seen before. The first is the energy core. Once a city's wall is destroyed and all garrisons are defeated, an energy core appears as the final stage of the battle. This is the new deciding factor in who actually claims control. The catch is that normal troops can't attack it. Only altar stones can damage an energy core, which means alliances will need to prepare the right professions and materials before launching a siege. If several alliances attack the same city, the one that destroys the energy core first wins ownership. Altar stones themselves are another brand new feature. They act as automatic siege weapons that can both defend and attack. Master craftsmen create the materials for them, alchemists use those materials to build them, and alliance leaders decide where to place them. Their power depends on the alchemist's talent level at the time they're made, and they only exist for a limited time before vanishing. Once built, altar stones automatically attack nearby targets. They prioritize energy cores first, then enemy altar stones, followed by castles and troops. Alliance members can garrison inside to boost the damage, but normal armies, like the ones you send to attack other players, can't destroy them. The only thing that can take down an altar stone is another altar stone. Because this system is entirely new, we'll need to see how it actually works once the season begins. But from the looks of it, this will make Frostborne battles more strategic than ever. Alliances that plan ahead, assign roles smartly, and coordinate their timing will have a big edge when the fighting starts. Now for another completely new addition, unit boost items. These are temporary power-ups that strengthen your troops for a limited number of battles. They don't give a permanent stat increase like equipment or research. Instead, they act as short-term boosts that you'll want to save for important fights during the legendary season. These items can only be used while your server is in the legendary season of Legion of Frostborne. Once the season ends, any unused items or charges are cleared. Each item has a set number of uses and must be activated manually, so players will need to manage when and how they use them carefully. When an item runs out of charges, you can replace it with another one to keep the effect going. The interesting part is how they're made and shared. Master craftsmen appear to be the ones who can produce these items, and they'll be distributed automatically by the system each day to alliance members who are active on the Frostborne map. If there aren't enough items to go around, the leftovers will sit in the alliance warehouse until there's enough for everyone to get at least one. This looks like a way to reward active players and to make the new profession system matter even more. Alliances that keep their master craftsmen busy and their members active on the map will get stronger and more consistent access to these boosts. It's another step toward turning Frostborne into a mix of strategy, production, and timing instead of just pure combat. Now that we've seen how professions connect to the new season, This next part explains how players actually take on those roles. The Lord contract system is completely new, and while the notes outline the basics, we'll have to see how it works in practice once the legendary season begins. According to what's written, each player can sign one of 3 contracts called Master Craftsman, Alchemist, or Fighting Master. These aren't just titles, they decide what kind of role you'll play within your alliance. Master Craftsmen focus on production, creating materials and unit boost items. Alchemists use those materials to build altar stones and increase their strength. Fighting Masters concentrate on combat, gaining buffs that improve their own performance and support their alliance during battles. It looks like players can choose their own contracts once their alliance registers for Legion of Frostborne. During the preparation period, you should be able to switch between professions freely to figure out what suits your alliance best. When the war period begins, your choice becomes locked for the rest of the season. If you don't pick one before that point, the system automatically assigns you as a fighting master. Each contract has its own talent tree that can be leveled using contract crystals. These are earned from seasonal achievements or possibly from certain bundles. The more you invest, the more buffs and effects you unlock for your chosen profession. The patch also mentions contract gold, a seasonal currency gained by completing profession-specific missions. This resets at the end of each season and can be spent in the end-of-season shop. Each role earns gold differently through activities like crafting, building, or fighting, which means alliances that balance their professions will likely benefit the most. There's also another currency called contract gems, which comes from the Expedition Battle Pass. Unlike contract gold, these don't reset between seasons and can be saved long-term. Since this whole system is brand new, we'll need to wait until the season actually begins to see how it feels to play. It sounds like the goal is to give every player a meaningful part to play in alliance strategy, rather than everyone doing the same thing. There's also an update to how the Legion's vendor and contract shop work during and after Frostborne. It's a small but important detail for players who plan their season rewards carefully. If you migrate to another server, you won't be able to access either shop after the move, so make sure to spend your Legion currency and contract gold before transferring. Once migration happens, those shops won't be available to you anymore. For timing, players who take part in the current season of Legion of Frostborne will get early access to both the Expedition Shop and Contract Shop right after their alliance's season settlement. They'll stay open for 5 days, giving everyone a chance to exchange rewards before the next season begins. For players who didn't participate that season, the same shops will open a little later, after the war period ends, and they'll also remain open for 5 days. It's a small change, but it rewards players who stay active through the season and gives alliances a more predictable window to use their rewards. And that's everything from patch 2.8.9 related to the legendary season of Legion of Frostborne. There's a lot to take in, and this update really changes how alliances will need to think and work together. I'm not sure how I feel about this update yet. The new profession system definitely adds more structure and purpose to alliance roles, but we'll have to see how it actually works once players start testing it. The altar stones sound like they could completely change how city battles play out, though it might take some time before alliances figure out the best way to use them. What about you? Which profession are you planning to try first? Do you think altar stones will make battles more strategic or too complex? I'd love to hear your thoughts on what your alliance is planning for the new season. We'll go through the rest of the patch, including Medusa, Divine Blessing, and the system updates in part 2. If you found this helpful, remember to like the video and subscribe for more Infinity Kingdom updates and guides. Thanks for watching, and see you in Norheim.